Hello everybody and welcome back to N-Sight Games. My name is N-Sight and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a couple updates before we get started with the video itself. The first one is I've been going to school recently. I'm headed to college. Sorry guys. I am on campus trying to become a film director, editor, those kind of things. I want to get into the film industry. And I feel that my work with YouTube actually gave me a little bit of help with what I was able to do online. I was basically capturing video for the Xenoblade Chronicles Let's Plays and overlaying my audio for it, balancing it, this, that, and the other, those kind of things. I was making sure that our audio was correct on our Super Smash Brothers stuff, which I'm planning on releasing the blooper reel from last August, from not this past August, but the August beforehand, where me and my friend Dire Space were doing our one-on-one. We were testing each other. We had both improved significantly since then, and I really want to be able to do another video of me and him battling each other, either online or like in person. Unfortunately, if we do in person, it won't be until January when you guys would get it, because I'd have to film that over Christmas break, and I wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube until much later. Aside from that, we do have a couple of good things coming your way. I am going to be doing some stuff on the side, whether it's going to be a review video like this one is, or if it's going to be an update video like some of the other things, just stuff that's going on in my life, what I've been doing, that sort of thing. Those simple things here and there. I plan on giving you guys an update on all of the stories that have been coming out on fanfiction.net, as well as anything you guys have involving questions and such. Please put them in the comments of this video. Give me like all your questions for what software do you use, or what are you working on with this, that, and the other. Just questions you want to ask me, please let them go ahead. Bring them on. I'll do Q&A every other Saturday, and I'm hoping to go ahead and get this video up ahead of time. And I was wanting to go ahead and get this video done. I'm not going to edit any of this. I want to just go ahead and get my initial thoughts after this. I've been going back on the internet and watching different shows here and there. Initial reactions, those kind of things. And I'm not going to sit here in front of the camera, watch the episode, and then give you my initial reaction right off the bat. I have just finished this anime, start to finish, full 100%. I'm going to give my full review for it here and now. I'm not going to give a rating system for it. However, I may do that for video games later on down the road. I don't have any plan to do that for anything here. Regardless, I just got finished watching Akame Ga Kill. If you guys know what this, if you guys know what the anime is about, then I need not explain it. But for those of you who don't, think of it as this guy Tatsumi is seeking. Okay, premise of the pilot. This guy Tatsumi is seeking fortune for his village, and he goes to the capital in order to do so. When he gets there, he realizes that the capital is completely corrupted on all sides. They do whatever they want to the poor. They, there's just bloodshed everywhere. The poor live in fear. All of this. And when it gets down to what Tatsumi has to do, he's left with not really a choice. He's left with this dilemma. He's invited to join the League of Assassins, known as Night Raid. Okay, and this is basically what happens when he turns on the rich person who killed his two friends. Supposedly, she was the closest person to him. Anyway, the story unfolds and it continues on from there, but the premise is the guy joins Night Raid, becomes an assassin, and builds upon different, he basically builds himself up as one in the right motion, but doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, kind of deal. All of the protagonists have that going for them. Technically, everybody has it going for them, doing all the wrong things for a reason. Now, for the Empire itself, it's mainly negative, but with most, it's usually to either protect what you know or protect what you can think about, or protect what you can. I want to touch real quick on a good thing in the show. Every single episode, you don't know what's going to happen. It's different every time. There's always a different twist. There's something here and there that makes it really interesting. I could not turn away from this show. Even when I went to sleep, I was tempted to continue watching the next episode. I only had a few evenings where I could watch a ton of episodes back to back, including tonight, which I watched the last 2 episodes tonight. Regardless, when I did watch the episodes, it made me want to go for another one. It made me want to go for another one every single time. Each and every time. The first episode, it was just like, okay, I get the premise of the show. I know exactly what I'm looking for. It's good. It's looking good. It's done well. I want to continue it. Everything else after that, it was like, please let me continue this. I was like, come on, come on. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Feed me that rope. Feed me that rope. Come on. Feed me that rope. Something like that. Regardless, I continued on watching the show all the way to the end. One other thing I want to touch on real quick before I get anywhere into the series is it stresses all the time during the story. No one is safe. Nobody's safe. If you have a villain that you like, not safe. If you have a main character you like, not safe. Here's where it gets interesting. All of the characters that they're at least prominent in the storyline, villains and main characters. There's the 2 ruling factors. There's General Esdeath. I'm trying to count them up mentally. I may be missing a couple. There's like 9. Sorry, there's like 5. Okay, there's like 6 in the Jaegers. That's the group that Esdeath settles. Oh, yeah, there are 6, because Dr. Genius or whatnot. Regardless, there's those. Any generals that pop up. That's like army pop. For the Empire, there's like 11 total villains. Like villains that recur on different episodes. Flip to the other side, you've got Night Raid, where they have a total of... Well, hang on. We got the boss, we got Tatsumi, we got Akame, Leone. Don't want to mention them. Yes. I'm trying to see if I've got everybody. There's roughly 10 of them in Night Raid itself. By the end of this series, like at the end of it all, there are 2 Jaegers left, and there are 2 Night Raid individuals left. And arguably, only 3 of those 4 people are going to be alive at the end of everything, once it's all said and done. No character was safe except for the titular character and 2 of the Jaegers. That was it. Susanoo, killed by Esdeath. We've got Koroko, who's Akame's sister. She died. But she took out somebody along the way, who in turn took out a teammate of hers. Literally no character was safe at any point in the series. If they were there and they had a role, no character was safe. You knew they were going to die at some point. And it's not so much in terms of, oh, they're not being careless. No, they're overpowered. It's not a matter of being careless or not being strong enough for those kind of things. No, their enemy was smarter than they were, and they were overpowered by their enemy, which is why they died at that point. With the exception of the final death in the series. I don't want to get into what that one was, but it's like every death does something. It does something to the characters. It means something. It's always done well. It's well portrayed. It's artistic instead of gruesome. For most people, it would kind of fall into both categories. But again, it's an artistic type of gruesome. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to slash you up because I can. No, they portrayed it perfectly. Like, I could not have thought of a better way to kill anybody off. The first death in the series, the one where I knew the whole cast was not... The first death I knew that the whole cast would not survive to the end of it came in the middle of the series. Actually, it was towards the end of the series. I didn't know why I thought that death was going to be... I don't know why I thought that death was going like... I thought it was... I don't know how to word it. Okay. I don't want to get too far into it. If you guys want to see the show for yourself, go ahead. It's brilliant. It's artistic. It's creative. I didn't spoil a lot of the series. I told you the main points that I thought were amazing. Now, warning. A lot of spoilers were dropped, even though I didn't spoil everything. One, I didn't tell you what anybody's powers are, what their death is, when they die, who dies when, whatever. Literally, I didn't tell you any of that. But I did mention that only 3 of a lot of the main characters are still alive at the end. Now, when I mean main characters, I mean main as in, like, you can look at them and point to them, and somebody in a crowd of 100 people will enjoy that character for some reason. I found myself liking every single character. With a couple exceptions, like random villager guy. I didn't like him. First Family, didn't like them. Every character in Night Raid, the Jaegers, or in the Imperial Court. Not quite to the point where I would say I agree with them, but I liked their backstory and their motives. It all went way too well. It felt like it was a brilliant... It was a work of art more so than anything else. Anyway, I'm not going to leave you guys anything to go see it because, let's face it, it's probably on Netflix. You can go on Amazon Prime. You can go on Hulu, for crying out loud. Just go, watch it. It's amazing. It's 24 episodes. Each episode's probably about 20 to 25 minutes. If you've got an afternoon to an evening, just watch the whole thing. But I will warn you, it is not for the faint of heart. This is why I leave this little disclaimer. This is why I left a disclaimer up here, or it's why I left a disclaimer in the description. Regardless, you guys really need to go see. Really, just okay. Even if you don't take my word for it, I want you to see the first episode. The first episode should make or break the series. And I'm not talking in terms of premise, because there's a whole argument regarding that. I mean, this anime is well voice acted in dub and sub. This is done well in terms of art style. It's done well. People have made memes about it everywhere. This is one anime where the quirky stuff I thought I would hate about the series turned out to not show up at all. Or I would be like, oh, it's that again. But it was like 15 episodes later. Or, not 15 episodes, but it was like 3 episodes later. I didn't notice it anywhere in there. Regardless, it takes... all that aside, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there about the show. I will be bringing you guys a little bit of an update in terms of the stories on fanfiction.net. I haven't decided what I was going to do with the next chapter of Doom Grim Tales of Vale. However, a friend of mine has posted on his channel, Giratinaorigin, all one word. He's posted on his channel a trailer he made for my fanfiction, and I want to get into what I've been doing behind the scenes. But I'm going to have to contact a couple of people in order to get permission to say one way or the other, so it will take me a little while to confirm it. Regardless, I'll get you guys an update next week. Here's the update currently, I'm, well, not really college dorm, but it's an apartment. It works out well. I'm doing unedited footage here and there. I've got a professional-ish microphone right here. I know you guys can't see it, but it's right off to the side. I just wanted to get my thoughts out here about a couple of things. And this series, oh my gosh. Woo! Like, okay, I thought Ruby was dark at the end of Volume 3. This is whole! I'm gonna need to start getting out there and seeing more stuff. So I'll try and get you guys another review in 2 weeks, and I'll try and get you guys an update for anything on fanfiction.net next week. Regardless, I'll see you guys next time, and stay sharp out there. I don't want to hear of any